All right, it's Friday and I'm back on my PC. Thanks so much. All right, so last day of the week, but of course, still not the last day to take some trades, diba? So, let's see how the market have performed since Monday. Tingnan natin kung ano yung mga bagay na pwede nating matutunan from the things that happened this week, and of course, how can we plan out our trades for the next coming ones. All right, so let me jump into the chart right now. As always, we start on the major currency pairs, and not the best of weeks that I had this week. This buy order has now have reversed, so thankful tayo sa ating stop loss done. We did not lose more than what we intend to lose, and then of course we are seeing this continuation here right now. All right, from the 4 hourly chart. So kung makikita nyo, from this anticipated breakout, price have reversed back, right? So ibig sabihin, this resistance really is coming back to life, right? And meaning, if I go and add another one, this one is becoming significant too for the buyers, right? Both for the buyers and the sellers, I mean. So we are now seeing this reversal right here, a beautiful shooting star forming on D1. You are seeing a pattern here on the 4 hourly chart moving at least few pips right there. So if you were able to catch this bearish engulfing, good for you guys. And well, that's going on right now. That's beautiful. Let's see if we can jump in and chase that. Pero looking at the 1 hourly chart, that's already that move already happened for like about 35 pips. So tingnan natin ha, kung may makikita pa tayong good reasons to chase that move, which is actually happening now, right? Tingnan natin, hanap lang ako ng reasons. I don't see any. Look at that bounce. It stayed here for a while. So ibig sabihin, in this case, there's a possibility of a correction already. Look at that. Um, it's quite difficult to go and chase that already. Okay, because as I open the chart with you right now, yun yung nakita kong move. So tingnan nga natin. Look at that. So that's just the first 5 minutes. Okay, and yeah, look at that. So it has been happening. Look at that little bit of rejection there on the 1 minute chart. But again, based on the higher time frame that we had, this is just the reversal right here. So as always, a pullback is expected, a little bit of a correction, right? I would really love to go and jump in there at market, pero nga sabi nga natin, the price have already moved. The ship apologize for that, the ship have sailed. So ibig sabihin, tingnan natin if we can jump in on a much better setup, and at the same time, if we go and set our support and resistance that are more relevant to where we are right now. Hindi natin nilagyan ng drawing to before kasi nandito si price, so we are checking if the price can really go up there. Well, this resistance really held strong. Now the price is going in that direction. So ibig sabihin, we still have little room there for selling, right? So if you guys were able to get in on this trade already, I strongly recommend for you to watch over the 7045 or 0.7045 floor level. This is the level here. So again, hindi ko sinasabi na end na to kasi bakit? We are still seeing, let me just delete that. We are still seeing a potential inverse head and shoulder pattern here. So baka test lang to. Then eventually the price can still break through. Okay, so so ibig sabihin, it can still possibly go back up there. Tingnan lang natin if this is becoming the pattern that I am seeing right now. Okay, so ibig sabihin, for the time being, we are looking for a short position towards that floor level right there. And kung sakasakali man, then we'll start buying. Let me just zoom out here. So give me 1 second, no? Right? If this is the current floor based on this one, we still have another level here to watch out for. Lagay na lang natin dyan pang abang. Okay, just in case. So ibig sabihin, a little bit conservative there will be at least touching that level right there. So 1, 2 touches here. So this could be like a bigger inverse head and shoulder pattern for the price to go up there, right? So tingnan natin how it goes and plays out for the next couple of days. But by the way, today is Friday, so ibig sabihin Monday na natin siya babalikan, right? So they are back. We are back, I mean, on this level again, seeing if the price can go back up. right? Pero is it a downtrend? No, it's not a downtrend technically. This downtrend have been officially invalidated somewhere here, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na hindi na pwedeng bumaba at magtuloy-tuloy. Okay? It's just that hindi na siya downtrend. Okay? So naputol siya dito. Pero titingnan pa rin natin. Like, kung tingnan nyo yan, kung nagmadali tayong pumasok doon, right? The buyers are trying to push back. Let's see how this move can affect the next coming movement in the market. So technically there's no really like big high impact news, right? For the dollar nor the Australian dollar, right? I would say simply it's just because gold is dropping here. Look at that drop for that full bar right there, right? Look at that. Look at that drop right there. So ibig sabihin, if gold is dropping, sabi ko nga sa inyo, it can be inversely correlated with the dollar. So ibig sabihin, or dollar yen in that case, right? Kasi as simple as this pair is concerned, this is XAU USD, right? So ibig sabihin, if gold's price is going down right there, right? Mas tumataas yung value ni dollar more than gold. So, ibig sabihin, kung i-pair mo siya kay AUD, so mas lumalakas talaga si dollar, right? So, yung nakikita nating strength ni dollar on USD JPY have slowed down a bit, pero ngayon na naapektuhan yung ibang currency pairs. Kung maalala nyo, Wednesday, I've said that dollar yen is moving up there, but we're not seeing that impact yet on AUD USD. But today, or for the last couple of days, right? So since yesterday, we are seeing that strength from the dollar again. So ibig sabihin, this is the very importance of our stop loss just in case, right? Sabi ko nga, not the best week for me on this one. But then again, right? I'm still thankful that the stop loss is there, meaning we did not lose everything on our account. We have the opportunity now to reassess our position if the price is likely to go in that direction. So a little bit pull back there. That's my expectation. If I'm wrong, then definitely the price can go and touch here. Saka ako maghahanap ng buy order somewhere at this level. Again, this is 70.45 or to be exact, 0.7045. So dyan ako maghahanap ng buy order again as soon as the price hits that level. Pero sabi ko nga, kung kakayanin, baka pwede pa tayong tsumani dito as the price goes down. So ibig sabihin, I don't want to chase this anymore. Look at that rejection now. It's coming back there. So ibig sabihin, pag tumama to ulit sa yellow EMA, there's a very good chance that we can jump in for another sell order, right? Pero for me, it's Friday. It's football Friday. So it's very unlikely for me to go back to this chart tonight. Pero for you guys who will be monitoring the chart still on a Friday evening, this is something to watch out for just in case the price pulls back. Then another sell would be, or another sell setup would be presented. Then yeah, that's a good sell to consider tonight. Okay. Now, let's see how this strength of the dollar affecting other currency pairs aside from AUD USD. Okay, so klaruin ko lang po the trading plan here would be, for me personally, if I'll be checking the charts tonight, all right, I will wait for that pullback at least on the 1 hourly chart. It will be visible there, right? Pull back on the 1 hourly chart. Or if you want to, you can set a limit order here already on H4 for that little pullback, right? Or for some, they will take this pattern right here as a breakout on the previous bar as their entry. So a limit order would be on this level right here, right? Would there, right? So for me personally, I'll be watching out on H1 and 15 minutes if I'll be watching this trade tonight. And a reminder, everyone, this information that I'm providing you, right? This is for general commentary only for your education's purposes, right? For your education needs, I mean, right? And should not be considered as an investment advice, okay? Please take this information with a grain of salt, okay? Especially for the people who be watching this session probably on a later time. Baka nag-iba na yung movement ng market. Again, reminder po, please go back to your chart and reassess your position. If you find it tradable, go for it. If you do not agree with this analysis anymore, then you're not forced to take the trade. Okay, so that's my opinion about AUD USD. Let's jump into Euro USD, which is actually doing the same thing, right? Look at that sideways moving market there, breaking. Okay, so sabi nga natin, a bounce from that direction, kung mapapansin nyo, from Wednesday. Okay, where is Wednesday? So 8. So nagstay na siya dito sa middle. So kung maalala nyo, right? We don't want to take any trade in the middle. We want the price to go either bounce up there or down here. So, well, not really touching, but yes, true enough, as soon as it hits the resistance, bumagsak na siya. And of course, today, that price really have broken through. That is a beautiful retest there on the 1 hourly chart. Same on the 4 hourly chart if you take this as your resistance right here or the last floor the price have broken through. So ibig sabihin, if you're looking on this on the 4 hourly chart, that could be your zone right there. And that's the beautiful touch right there, if you can see that. Then you have a bearish engulfing giving you that about 44 pipper move. So if we are looking for another sell here, a pullback will be wonderful, right? I would love to see that pullback, which is kind of moving in that direction already. Look at my purple line. So ibig sabihin, gusto nating mangyari itong wave na to, right? Then we can go for a continuation on this one, right? I'm not saying that this bar or the next bar will not go and continue downwards, right? Of course, there's also a possibility of that to happen. It's just that after a big move like this, I always anticipate for a pullback more than a continuation, right? Kasi bakit? Just like this one, titingnan ni sellers kung merong kayang magtuloy-tuloy nito as a continuation, pero more often than not, the buyers will test if the sellers are really interested to push the price lower. So, ibig sabihin, itetest nila yung next either support or resistance na na-break. In our case, it's the buyers who will test the next resistance. So, if the sellers will really go and fight back, then that could really be a strong resistance for us, and we would probably see more sellers in the market for the next coming days, right? Which is actually for next week. Okay, so a pullback more than a retest. For the retest, I mean, yeah. So, well, technically, don't be confused with those terminologies. They mean the same, actually, for me at least. A pullback or a retest, right? So, titingnan natin kung kaya ba yan. Then, this will be the next floor level that we'll be watching out for. So, technically, we're seeing the same thing on AUD-USD, Euro-USD. Could this be the same scenario for GBP-USD? Tingnan natin. Almost, yeah, almost the same. Yeah, kung mapapansin nyo, difference lang dito, this is very, very beautiful to take note of, right? You're seeing the decline of the buyer's push right here. So, ibig sabihin, yeah, we're now seeing the seller's push in this at this moment. So, ibig sabihin, will there be a possibility of a continuation in that direction or towards that direction? I would say yes. Pero adjusting the floor in this horizontal line now right here, because I'm saying, or what I'm seeing, sorry, is taking this floor level as my general floor now. Gusto ko makita if the price can really stay below here. I want to be a little bit conservative there. So, ibig sabihin, pag hindi ito, then babalik to dito for, I would say, a descending triangle, right? So, meaning, it will be tawag dito, a much longer process for a sell for GBP-USD compared to Euro-US. Kasi kung maalala nyo kanina, ang situation natin, drawing ko lang dito sa taas, right? Parang sideways, price action. This is both for AUD-USD and Euro-USD. Nag-sideways siya dito, tapos nag-breakout, right? So, parang ganito yung itsura niya, nag-breakout dyan. Tapos, retest na lang ang kailangan natin. Right? Now, kung titingnan nyo, itong itsura na to is a little bit different. Kasi ito, pwede pa talaga siyang bumalik ulit doon. Then we are really, really closer on that floor level. So, ibig sabihin, we could expect for tightening here in the movement of either the buyers or the sellers. While this one, yung pullback na yon will give the sellers a much bigger room to move. While this one is a little bit different story. Yeah. I'm not sure if I made sense there. Let me know in the comment section so I can clarify whatever confusion you had there. But then again, for me personally, I would wait for a much clearer view, right? On this case. So sa akin, mas malinaw yung AUD-USD, Euro-USD for a sell, right? If not tonight, for the next coming days, which is again next week. GBP-USD is something that I would like to monitor further, right? That's my take on this case, right? Now, would it be the same for NZD-USD? Different, okay? Let me just remove the lines here so I can have a much clearer or a fresh view. So, technically, dito tayo. Yan. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung floor. Ito yung in-expect natin na breakout. Pero again, hindi nangyayari. Very, very strong talaga si dollar for the last couple days. Right? So, yung resistance na yan, yan ang panibago nating babantayan. So, ibig sabihin, kung umakyat man siya, raakit man siya pabalik dyan, then, right, babantayan natin yan. So, since the price have gone lower, tingnan natin. Look at that pullback there already. Yeah. So, kung hinabol natin yung sell na yun, bumalik na si market. So, hindi talaga ideal na sa tawag dito, chase lang kayo ng chase. So, compose yourself and see if you can still get in on a trade or not. Alright? So, katulad niyan, ang ganda na dapat nung drop pero bumabalik ulit. Would that be the same thing for AUDUSD? It is actually happening the same way, right? Look at that. So, chill, relax, look at the bigger picture so you can make a much educated decision, right? Hindi lang basta click ng button. Again, trading is not about just clicking buttons. Yeah. Trading is knowing when to click the button, right? And when's the best time to say, I'll rather wait for a much better setup. Yeah. Okay. So NZD/USD, this can still be a move that we would like to consider. Look at that correction right there. So ibig sabihin, nag-spike lang si sellers dyan at kinokontra na siya ni buyers ngayon. Pero again, personally, I'm seeing this simply because of this drop on the gold, which just, tingnan nyo yan. Ooh, what a very, very interesting way to look at these things, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We're not even 30 minutes in this conversation, right? Look at this. Or this session right now. That drop already have been corrected. So let's see. Yeah. So there's a weakening on gold, definitely. That's very, very visible right there now. So ibig sabihin, tingnan lang natin kung talagang kaya niya bang kumbaga sa Tagalog pumupiglas or nanlaban. Nanlalaban pa si Gold. Tinisubukan niya kung kaya niya talaga doon. So, kung hindi niya talaga kayanin yan at bigla na namang mag-spike pababa. So, we would really expect for a much stronger dollar for the next couple of days or maybe for the whole of next week, right? Because this one actually have created a new low lower than the previous. Let me zoom in there so you guys can relate to what I'm saying. This bar's low is lower than the previous. So, as far as a trend is concerned, kahit yung dito na nga yung last yeah, we are now seeing a much lower low. So, ibig sabihin, if this price can still go much lower later on, right? So, this could be the waves or the cycles that we could be expecting. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Mark, for bringing that up. It's almost identical with silver, right? It's almost identical with silver. If you go and check its correlation now, right? There are loads of website where you can check currencies correlation, right? One thing is what you call that website? I forgot that. But you can simply type in currency correlation. I'm doing it now on my other screen. So type in currency correlation on Google. Yeah, there you go. My FX book, right? So there's a page there on my FX book where you can check this correlation, right? So there you go. Let me see if I can show you and share this to you very quickly. So this is something or a website that I go for if I want to check the current market's correlation, right? So ibig sabihin parang ganito. If I go, sandali am I sharing you the screen? I don't think so. Let me just move here. So again, this is a website that you can go to. It's like myfxbook.com. Just simply go to markets, then correlation. Okay. So how do you do this? Click on the ellipsis, or how do you call that? The three button dots, the three dot buttons. I don't know. But anyway, so I go for XAU USD. There you go. And XAG USD. Okay. Then you can go and select other currency pairs. Like, let's go for the major currency pair. So yeah. Again, if you find this a little bit confusing and too much to do, again, this is very optional. But if you find this helpful, let me know in the comment section as well. If you're trading multiple currency pairs, right, and you want to know whether they are positively or negatively correlated with each other. So meaning, if one is moving up, the other is likely to move down, right, or the opposite. Okay, if they are positively correlated, then of course they are likely to move the same direction. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So look at that. So oops, let me just add XAU here. Okay, right, there you go. So look at this. Since Mark mentioned about gold, so that's XAU, right, and silver, silver, then this is gold. So notice that it's 98% positively correlated now, meaning they're pointing the same direction, right? So look at dollar yen, right, USD JPY and gold. So they are currently at 56% negatively correlated. So ibig sabihin, quite low, right? Because I will only consider somewhere at 80 plus percent that can possibly move almost instantly, right? But if it's lower than 80%, it is unlikely to move as instant as I would expect it to be, like 58%. Puntahan natin 56%, I mean. So if you look at gold, gold is dropping, but dollar yen is not doing anything at all. Kasi mababa yung forex correlation niya or currency correlation niya dun sa website na tinitingnan natin. So meaning, wala masyadong impact yun sa nangyayari kay gold. But if you look at other currency pairs, look at this, like USD, AUD USD, I mean, sorry. Yan. AUD USD, 82%. Look at that drop. Yung kaninang nangyaring drop kay gold, big sabihin na apektuhan si AUD USD, right? So, this is happening to those currency pairs as well. So, look at that. 70% is, yeah, a reasonable number to consider. But of course, for me, as conservative as you want to be, you want that number somewhere at 80%, right? Again, ulitin ko lang po we are not expecting for those things to happen 100% simultaneously all the time. Pero that's good numbers to look into just in case you're interested into looking the currencies correlation, right? All right. So I hope that makes sense. But if it did not, you can always send me a comment or send me a message, yeah, so I can tell you more about currency correlation or whatnot. Okay. So going back, yeah, that's NZD USD again. Look at that drop after that correction. We're just talking about it. Okay. So this is becoming a pendulum swing here now. Ooh. Cheers. Oh. Did we see that pullback? Oh, we did not see that pullback. It just went there, then it went back. Oh. But anyway, going to USD CAD now. Look at that on the 15-minute chart. So it is becoming very, very playful now for the dollar, right? And yes, yeah, we can only wish that we did able to catch both swings, right? Pero of course, as conservative as you want to be, right? You want to be on the position where you are confident to get in, not just by gut feel, right? So we are now seeing this break here, right? That pullback as expected Tuesday or Wednesday. Eto, pero hindi nagtuloy-tuloy yung bounce dito. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang resistance ang break ni USD CAD for us. Okay? So, in this case, how far would this go? This is also breaking its 61.8 Fib level. So, I would possibly expect for a rejection here anytime soon, or if not, it might go up to like a full stretch of 72. Pero pag umabot talaga siya papunta dun sa taas, then yeah, this is a reversal I can consider, right? So ibig sabihin, kung pataas man or magiging malakas ulit talaga si dollar for next week, medyo malabong tingnan dito sa H4. Again, we are on USD CAD, right? I would have not got in on this trade right here kahit napakaganda nito kasi nasa resistance siya eh. So, tingnan nga natin kung valid ba yung resistance natin na yan. Sumba natin si net. Eto. Adjust natin nga ng konti. Oops, sorry. Okay. Medyo nga. So, kung dito tayo nakatingin, it's quite difficult to identify this on this situation now. Yeah, I think it would be best if I put it here. Then yun na yung next. So, tingnan natin kung magkakaroon nga ng pullback. Right? So, we are on that level now that this pullback can possibly happen. And where can it possibly go next? Interestingly, I'm interested with a sell on this one. Will it go? Will it not? We're seeing a doji now. While the euro pairs, oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful back. We weren't able to get in on this one earlier, so that's totally fine. So I'm seeing if we can go and jump in on this, pero 24 pips away. while I'm overanalyzing here. Let's jump in on a different currency pair first para hindi masayang yung oras natin. Uh, Pullback here from yesterday already happened. Should be visible on H4. Beautiful spike there on H4 as I mentioned, right? Let's see. So, ibig sabihin, sa lahat ng nakikita natin ngayon, it's more likely, for me, no, I don't want to be chasing those moves anymore. But again, if we're given the right reasons to, why not, di ba? Kaya naghahanap tayo ng good reasons to go and jump in on those trades. Pero pag hindi na, and it will be like us trying so hard just to catch a move or two there. Yeah. There. See it. Sawabona. I see you. All right, there you go. So yun na nga, almost the same level here. Dun siya sa pinakamataas na. I'm very, very interested on that correction. After that big swing. Let's see if I can see that happen on the 1 hourly chart. So we're 4 minutes away from this bar. Tingnan natin kung kaya niyang gawin yung correction na yun or not. So USD CAD, right there. Good. Spike there. Tapos tingnan natin kung kaya niyang gawin itong bearish engulfing na to on the 1 hourly chart later on. So tingnan natin at least hanggang mga 10 o'clock mag-expire yan. So USD CHF, USD CAD. Yep, I'll go back to this one at 9 o'clock to see if we can go for a sell. Would it be the same thing? We're seeing a doji bar here happening on dollar yen. But then again, the push is still strong from the buyers looking at this low higher than the preview. So ibig sabihin, the buyers are still, or the buyers' presence are still felt in the market while we are seeing this ascending triangle potential. So ibig sabihin, I don't want to go for a sell on dollar yen. But I am likely to be interested on USD CAD and USD CHF, right, in the next few minutes, all right? So, whew, I like what I'm seeing on gold, right? But again, this don't happen like every day, right? But look at that, very interesting. The last time it dropped this big, it took a while for it to correct, but this one, it happened on the same bar on the 15-minute bar chart. I mean, and if you look at this on the 5-minute chart, it just happened like 5 minutes after. So ibig sabihin, there's something happening here, right? Okay, interestingly enough for gold, all right. I wouldn't say it will be the 30-year bond auction that was released earlier today. Yeah, but possibly can be, right? So, well, I'm not seeing any other thing as far as that that was released today. So, tingnan natin, kaya ba or hindi. I have about 2 minutes to go back to USD CAD and USD CHF. AUD/USD is still dropping there. Same with Euro US, right? Look at that beautiful move right there for the last hour. The 15 minutes, it did not go back to the EMA, right? Kung maalala nyo kanina, kung babalik sana siya, then we can go back and sell again. But this bearish engulfing really is striking me as the best entry price for the day. Yeah. So, but anyway, those are the major currency pairs. And bonus, as we are already looking at this at the beginning of the week. Yeah. Let's go and check this one. Yeah. On what's going on. So, BTC USD still not moving. Yan, ito. Nung Wednesday kasi hindi ko makita to masyado. I was on that laptop and I have very, very limited view. So, this is the floor level that I was talking about. So, it's being tested now. We are seeing a symmetrical triangle. So, for the guys on crypto, you are seeing sort of like a symmetrical triangle here if we could apply that same analysis. So, ibig sabihin, neither the buyers nor the sellers are really showing strength here. So, ibig sabihin, it's always good for you to wait for that breakout para hindi kayo mahulog either on that bullish or the bearish trap. So, ibig sabihin, a breakout out of the symmetrical triangle is suggested, right, for you to monitor before getting in on a position on BTC USD, right? So that's the thing. It could possibly go and stay within this level, or, right, in some cases, it might take the original trend, which is the downtrend, and seller's push could still be in that motion. Pero looking at this one, it can, honestly, it can go either way because this is quite a strong floor level as well, right? Kaya nga, if you notice, there's indecision in the market. It's becoming a symmetrical triangle. So on a technical trader's point of view, I would say wait for a breakout on this case, right? But again, take that information still with a grain of salt and trade based on your discretion. It's not a command, right? Please take all the information that we have covered today for your education, right? And again, please do not consider them as an investment advice. So that's it for me. Again, this is Friday market review or the live market review. Thank you so much for making time. I know it's Friday, you could be somewhere else. And for the people who'll be watching the recorded version of this one, please go back to your chart. Balikan nyo po, baka nag-iba na yung movement ni market at baka mag-iba na din yung decision natin doon. Alright? So as always, plan your trades and trade your plan. If you find it a little bit stressful, you're not doing it properly, because trading should be fun. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. And it's Football Friday. Let's enjoy. Cheers. Bye for now. See you Monday. Charts up 8:30.